What if Qui Gon Jinn got through the blast doors? So in The Phantom Menace, when Qui Gon Jinn is cutting through the doors in the Trade Federation space station, and he's trying to get to Viceory Gunray and the rest of the Nemoidians, and of course the droidekas show up and interrupt them. So Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui Gon Jinn are forced to flee and land on Naboo. If Qui Gon Jinn had gotten through the blast doors, let's say droidekas never arrived or something, then Qui Gon Jinn would immediately arrest Nute Gunray and Rune Hakko and all the Nemoidians, and they will be forced to comply, basically, because they would be terrified of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn. And so immediately Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi would capture Nute Gunray and the rest of them, and they would deactivate the battle droids, and they would deliver the Nemoidians to the Republic and let the Republic and the Jedi deal with them. And so the blockade of Naboo would never happen. But still, Darth Sidious would just find a way to trigger a vote of no confidence in Chancellor Valorum, and Darth Sidious would just become the Chancellor anyway, so he would just find a different plan. And of course, the biggest caveat here is that Anakin Skywalker is never found, and so he stays on Tatooine. Now, I think in that case, Anakin Skywalker and Shmi Skywalker would eventually just end up being freed by Klieg Lars and Baru Whitesun and Owen Lars. And Owen and Anakin would just grow up as stepbrothers, and they would just be really close and I guess get along or something, or maybe they would be really far apart and hate each other, whatever happens. And yeah, Klieg would be Anakin's stepdad, and that would just be life. And so Anakin and Shmi Skywalker would live happily ever after, or maybe Shmi would still get killed by the Tusken Raiders, but who knows? Maybe Anakin would protect her, maybe Anakin would be killed instead, but that becomes irrelevant because Anakin is never found. Now, Darth Sidious and Darth Maul would probably just continue planning the Clone Wars, and eventually the Clone Wars would break out, and I think Count Dooku would still be used by Darth Sidious and Darth Maul in this case, except Count Dooku would not be a Sith Lord in this case. Count Dooku would just be a servant of the Sith, and he would act as the public face of the separatist movement, and that would really... And the other thing is, of course, the Jedi would never know that the Sith have returned, and they would not know about the return of the Sith. So during the Clone Wars, the Jedi would be like, Count Dooku is clearly in the dark side, and he's not a Sith, but he's clearly working for someone more powerful, and oh no, have the Sith returned? And maybe Darth Maul would make a few appearances during the Clone Wars, and he would kill a few Jedi, and of course I doubt Qui-Gon Jinn would agree to fight in the Clone Wars, but who knows what would happen there. But I think Qui-Gon Jinn would try to stop Count Dooku, and let's say Qui-Gon Jinn manages to kill Count Dooku, but the war still goes on, and then maybe Darth Maul kills Qui-Gon Jinn, and then Darth Maul and Darth Sidious march to the Jedi Temple and kill all the Jedi. But yeah, the point is, if Qui-Gon Jinn got through the blast doors, obviously Anakin would have never been found, but the rest of the Clone Wars would have happened the way it happened, and Darth Sidious would have still won, so unfortunately, some things make no difference.